Hello, LOP family. I hope you are having an amazing day. Well, there is a granola cereal, homemade, that I make for Will that he really loves. And I'm about to make some more. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Why? Because it has tons of protein in it. And when we are going to be on the off-grid side, we're actually doing that now. We need a lot of health and strength. And so we need protein to build that muscle. And so this is just a cereal I make for him that he happens to enjoy. And it happens to have, a lot of protein in it. So let me tell you what we'll need first. You're going to need almonds, pecans. You could do either or, but I like to mix them. Any type of protein will work. This right here is my husband's. I am lactose intolerant, and so I can't use this. But for today, we're going to use this because it's for Will. Any type of oats. Now, let me preface that. It needs to be whole oats. They have to be whole. Let me show you on the inside. They have to be whole oats. Not the 1 minute or the instant. It's not going to work. It's going to be mush. So you don't want to use, you want to use the whole oats. This right here is optional. This is just a little PB Fit peanut butter because my husband loves the flavor of peanut butter. But this is just more protein. Cinnamon. You'll need vanilla extract, salt. You'll need honey. It doesn't have to be organic. That's just something I prefer. You'll also need olive oil or coconut oil. Any kind of oil will do, whatever your preference is. Then you'll need Medjool Dates. If they're dry out, you just soak them like I have. I generally soak them in about a half a cup to a cup of water. I use the water in my smoothies, and it tastes good. The equipment that you'll need is you're going to need a very large bowl. I like to use this chopping processor thing, this little mini processor. You need a cup, a cup measuring cup, 1 cup measuring cup, a half cup measuring cup, and a 1/4 of a cup. And you'll need any type of, you don't have to use this, you can use a spoon or whatever. You need a teaspoon, and you will need some sort of large pan, preferably 2. And you'll need some sort of a large container to put it all in. It doesn't have to be glass. I just prefer glass because things store better in glass. Okay, first I'm gonna move these out the way. We don't need these yet. Then I'm gonna grab my bowl and I'm gonna measure out the oats. So you don't have to be spot on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, doesn't want to open up for me. We're going to get it though. There we go. That was 5, and we're working on number 6, 7, and because it's just kind of drop it in there, it's supposed to be another half cup, but I'm probably gonna put about, 1/4 of a cup, a little more than 1/4 of a cup in there. Yeah, I've got to get my handy dandy recipe book. We're gonna take half a cup of oil. And we're going to sprinkle let's put it in there. This is really important because we're going to kind of roast it, I guess you would say, before we bring, add everything else into it. And so you want to mix it up really well. Now we're going to put a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm eyeballing it because this is a teaspoon. I'm gonna use it for the vanilla extract because this is a full teaspoon. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I don't mind. So I'm gonna mix this around, but I really like to get my hands in it. I like to make sure that it's let's see if you can see. Yeah. I want to make sure that every single piece, if possible, has some oil on it because it just helps you get that nice little toast when you pop it in the oven. So, let me use my hands for just a moment. And I'm not doing it hard because I don't really want, you know, the oats to crumble up. I don't want them to get small. I just want to mix them up so that it can get on as many, that oil can get on as many pieces as possible. And if you decide to use coconut oil, make sure you melt it a little, you know, bit first because it'll just be easier. It'll just be easier. Okay, that feels real good. Let me go wash my hands. Okay, now that we've done that, I'm gonna go and now we need to bring back our trays. You don't have to spray them or anything. I mean, you can if it makes you feel better, but we just put a bunch of oil on them, so it won't need it. So I'm gonna put about half on this and about half on this, and I'm gonna spread it out. I like to keep my glasses attached to this. As you see, I've taken them off. I will lose a pair of reading glasses in a minute. I go through so many of them. Okay, and then can you guys see that? Hold on. There we go. All right, there we go. So I want you to see what I'm doing. There we go. If you have a little too much you think on one tray, you can put some on the other, that's fine. Trust you me, this is not about being perfect at all. Pop these in the oven for about 10 minutes. Yeah, I'd say about 10 minutes. Make sure you've preheated your oven 375. All right, there you go. Let's go in for a closer look. See? Doesn't have to be super fancy. Doesn't have to be super fancy. Now we're going to take these and we're going to put them in the oven once again at 375 for 20 minutes. And about halfway through, 10-minute mark, you want to come and you want to like mix them up, turn them over, because you want them to roast or bake evenly as possible. Now we wait. While we wait, I'm going to go ahead and pit the dates. That's a half cup of almonds. My husband wants more pecans than almonds. And a whole cup of pecans. All right, guys, I'm just going to take it and move it around I just want to flip it over as much as possible, mix it up so that it can roast on the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing to the one up top here. And then I'm going to put it back in for another 20 minutes. This is really important. After you take them out, after they finish for the full 20 minutes, so they can brown, toast up really nice, you need to turn the temperature down to 350 while we do this next part, okay? You guys see? They have a darker look. They're more brown. Got a nice little toastiness to them. Hear that sound? I don't know if you can hear that sound or not. I got the air fryer going, so I don't know if you can hear that sound or not. I'm making Will some dinner. There you go. Now that we have everything in the bowl, as far as the oats, we're gonna mix in honey, teaspoon of vanilla extract, your almonds, pecans, vice versa, your protein powder. Now this is 3/4 of protein powder, and then I put the rest of it, topped it off with the PB powder that my husband likes. 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. You could do less if you like, or more. The dates. Blend it well. Remember, I like to get it all out of here. And then you mix it all up. Now that we have mixed it and we've put them back into the pans and we've spread them out, I'm pretty sure you can see the difference in the oats and what it's supposed to look like in the stirring process. Now we're going to put them back in the oven at 350 for 25 minutes. It is really, really important that you check them every 5 to 8 minutes or so and mix them up. You don't want them to burn. They will not taste good. Let's go put them back in the oven. All right, guys, this is what it should look like when you finish. Have nice top coating to it. Hello, LOP family. I completely forgot to film the ending part, and so I apologize, and I wanted to jump back on. I had covered up the cereal after I took it out of the oven and, just to let it harden overnight, and I forgot to film. So I wanted to come back on real quick and just kind of show you, what it would look like. As you can see, Will has already been in his. And but this is what it looked like. His is darker because I forgot to tell you guys, I actually added chocolate in with his. So in the part of the recipe where you see me putting the honey in and all the other ingredients after I roast the oats, that's when you'll put the chocolate chips in. Or you can get you a chocolate bar and you can cut it up and then put it in there, because while the oats are hot from coming out of the oven, they will just melt as you continue to stir in stuff. They'll melt on their own. Now, as for me, as you can see, I don't know, let me see. You can see, I have those little green things you see. I have pumpkins in mine. Pumpkin seeds in mine. And I use a plant-based protein powder because I'm lactose intolerant. So I use a plant-based protein powder. And I don't have any dairy-free chocolate. So I couldn't put chocolate in mine, but you don't have to have chocolate, but I must say it does add a really nice flavor to it. But anywho, I just wanted to show you guys the end results of the cereal. I hope you make it. If you do make it, let me know how it turns out. And I'm sorry, that's my watch telling me I need to drink some water. But anyway, LOP family, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing if you're not part of our LOP family here on YouTube. And we can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.